Hello traders. This is Mr. Promise right here from Green Promise Institute of Trading, aka Institute of Liquidity. As you all know, this is the Forex Evangelist, world-class financial market analyst, institutional trader, and the mentor who mentored your mentor traders. So today I'm going to be sharing with you traders how to be able to analyze using the TradingView platform like a professional. Now, whether you're a complete beginner, this is a complete package for you. Whether you are advanced or intermediate trader seeking to actually go mastery, I'm telling you, this is a complete package that you also want to make sure that you watch till the very end. Now, you must make sure that you do not skip any single aspect of this particular video. Please watch it till the very end, and I'm telling you, at the end of this video, you discover that you'll be able to navigate your way around the TradingView, able to have beautiful charts, even more beautiful than mine, because I'm going to show you several setups that you can do on your TradingView, and you're going to be able to maneuver around the TradingView platform like a professional, analyzing like a professional. Now, quickly do me that favor right now, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you're a returning subscriber, guys, I love you so much, and let's get straight up into the business of the very day, guys. So right here I have a beautiful chart like this. Okay, let's see how my chart is like this. This is actually an analysis. This is a trade I took last week. I took this trade last week. So today is Monday. This was last week. I took this trade last week. So let me show you guys so you get to see that we took this trade. Yeah, so this trade actually was called in the community, in the inner circle. So this was a trade, though I did not take it from the other blog directly. Yeah, so what I did was I saw a confirmatory on the 1 minute time frame, and I took the trade. So this was the trade when it hit TP. So I got to update the group, so I just shared it, so we could learn also from it and also get to even benefit from that particular trade setup right there. So right here, okay, you see right here, all I did was I'm going to do this analysis. I will redo this analysis. Okay, so you also learn how I do this, and you also get to also see how to use the TradingView platform. Now, the first thing first, okay, when you come to this platform, TradingView platform, okay, for you to be able to navigate your way around this platform, first thing first is, if you're using your PC, you want to go down to this website right here, tradingview.com. Now, some of you that are using maybe your smartphone, your Android device, your iPhone, okay, now you can go down and download this very the application. You have the application version where you can download, and pretty much it's same thing. Okay, it's same thing. I think maybe later what I will do is I could do maybe a recording where I will show you how to be able to use your smartphone, and you analyze with your smartphone in such a way that it's going to appear professional. Okay, yeah, so whereby you can have I will show you how to use the full screen mode and all of that, some setups that you can do on your phone or your gadget, so that whenever your PC is down also, you can still be able to use your phone or your tablet and do analysis. Because me, I do that a lot. I use my gadget. I use my gadget, not even my laptop. I use my gadget a lot, even more than the way I use my PC. Okay, yeah, guys, so quickly let me just show you guys how you can do that. So download with your tablet. Okay, download your tablet. I do that a lot, so you can download that, and you have the same platform just like this. Okay, you have the platform just like this. So when you get a platform just like this, you first thing when you want to do is you want to make sure that you sign up. Now, whether you're using your laptop or whether you are using the application version, now you have to make sure you sign up. Now, when you sign up, you can use your email, or you can even use I think there's a provision for Google accounts, so to say. Yeah, so you can make sure you sign up. When you're signed up, you can even add your image. Like, you can see that this is my image. I added my image like that. So that's why I have my profile right there. So when you are signed in, after you sign up, the next thing you sign in. When you're signed in, you're going to have it looking just like this. Okay, now there's a first thing I want to make sure that I clarify right here. Now, for you guys, some of you that you use glasses, or so I know some of us, maybe your settings is already bad. Now it's not going to be so good for your trading view, because a lot of you probably, maybe you already have your settings, your zoom setting to be around maybe 200, 250. Now this right here, this setting right here, now on your browser, now I'm talking about your browser, you just go down to these three dots right here. Now it doesn't really matter the browser you use, okay, because it's pretty much same for every browser. So look at this, even though I'm using this Edge Microsoft, so right here, if I come down to this three dot, I'll still see the same thing. You can see you can play around with the zoom in and the zoom out option right there. So what I recommend is, I recommend using the 80 or 90. Then for some of you that probably want 900, you can use that. So but from 80 to 100, 80 to 100, don't go below or above it, please. Okay, now that's what I recommend, and let me show you why. This is why. Now look at this, my setting right here is 250. My zoom in is around 250. Let me show you that beautiful analysis that I was showing you. Let me go back to it and show you how that analysis is going to look. Can you see how it's looking? I'm putting it on full screen mode. Do you see how the analysis looks? It looks very poor. My screen looks very poor. It doesn't look professional at all. Okay, now for you to avoid something like this, all you want to do is you want to make sure that you come down to these settings right here, these three dots, these three icon right here, which is written customize and control Google Chrome settings. Okay, customize and control Google Chrome. Now the same thing for your Microsoft or whatever browser you're using, whether you're using Fox, whatever browser, guys. Okay, even though Opera Mini, so but I recommend using maybe Chrome. Yeah, Microsoft too is good. So but any browser you are using, really. So right here, look at the settings and more. That is what is written right. So some what is written settings, customize, but you're going to see it most times as a three dots right here, where you can be able to change the settings. Now you come there, first thing you want to do is make sure you set your zoom out or zoom in option. You zoom to around 100. Okay, but for the sake of this class, I'll just be using around 90. I like it at 80 or 90 or maybe 100. So just leave it at that particular option right there, so that you can be able to see these stuffs clearly. Okay, you'll be able to see it clearly and you have your chart looking professional. Okay, now you can actually be able to use the full screen mode. Full screen mode is, for instance, maybe you're on your chart and you want to start your analysis. We also have an option right here, full screen mode. Now I'm going to make reference to this much later, but not now. Now let's go back and continue from where we are. Now right here, I zoomed out. Okay, I zoomed out down to 100 or 90, depending on what you want. So 190, whatever you want. Okay, let me leave it at 90. So the moment you've done that, okay, and you are right here, you are signed in like this, the next thing you want to do is you want to come down to these options, around these options right here. Now we have several options for this one is what the watch list. This is your watch list, so it shows you details and news. Okay, this second one right here is alert, so you can set alert. Maybe you want price to get maybe to a certain point and you want to receive alert, so TradingView will send you alert that, oh, price is at this point now. Then moment you receive the alert, you can come down and start looking to trade. Okay, so these are several options. This is my idea, so you can publish your idea on TradingView. TradingView has an option for that. There is actually a provision for that, where you can publish your idea, so traders can get to see what your idea is, and also you can also get to learn from the ideas of traders. You can get to see their ideas published and learn from them, and also be able to make money from it. Yeah, so charts, you can even get to charts. You can chat. So these are just like other extra options that they have there. So we have idea stream, where you can stream ideas. This is notification, where you receive notifications from TradingView and all. Okay, whatever is happening on your chart, whatever, you receive the notifications right here. So that is it, guys. Now right here we have several products, several options right here. Okay, now we have the product, the community, market, news, brokers. Now there's just a lot right here, but now what we're going to be doing is I want to show you how to be able to analyze. Okay, that's the goal. Now to be able to analyze, you are going to come down to your watch list right here. Click on watch list. The moment you click on watch list, now you're going to have several symbols. Now what we call symbols, okay, by now you should know about PS. If you don't know about PS and you're a complete beginner, that is fine. If you're a complete beginner and you don't really know what pairs are or symbols. Okay, a pair is just a combination of two currency. That is a pair, combination of two currency. For in this case, GBP, that's Great Britain pound, as against the Japanese yen. Okay, this for instance now is an GBP Great British pound as against the Canadian dollar. This is GBP USD as against US dollar. So all of these in themselves, they are actually called pairs. All of these are called pairs, guys. Okay, now all of these right there, the pairs, they are under your symbol. Now the symbol, now for instance, any symbol you want to trade, all you just have to do is you just look out the symbol. Now you can look out the symbol, you search the symbol, and you can even get to add whatever symbol that is not right here. You can get to add the symbol right here. If I click on add symbol right now, I'm going to see a search box where I can, a search engine on TradingView, where I can search whatever I want to search. Now this is how this thing works. For instance, let's say I want to search, for example, I want to search a pair. What pair? I want to search on this particular pair, GBP AUD, GBP, that's Great British pound as against Australian dollar AUD. Now I'm going to have GBP AUD. For this GBP AUD I'm going to have, I'll have several GBP AUD. Now I'm going to have this the symbol. Okay, note that the symbol is this pair right here. Now I'm going to have this symbol, okay, which is the pair GBP AUD, that's Great British pounds as against Australian dollar. I'm going to have it for different brokers. They will present me with the several options of brokers available. I'm having for Oanda, I'm having for FXCM, I'm having for Capital.com, for Forex.com, Pepperstone, for IC Markets. Now there are a lot of brokers, Easy Markets, Black Bull, all of them, name them, they are right here. So all you just have to do is that particular one you want, just add. When you click on this button right here, please add to watch list. You are going to add to that particular watch list. In this case, I've already added Forex.com on my watch list, so I'm not going to do that. Okay, so you just add and you're going to have it right here. You can, that's how you can add to your watch list right here. Okay, now I've showed you guys that. So for instance, now when you've added it to your watch list, for instance, if I've added a particular pair to my watch list, in this case I've already added GBP USD to my watch list. Okay, now when you click on this, when you click on that particular asset class, when you click on that symbol, by clicking on that symbol, it's going to bring you to an option right here. There's going to be a display on your screen by the left hand side. Now you can see this right here. Now this display you are seeing on the left hand side, okay, now what you do is you can go down to use to see on super chat, or you can use full chat. Whether full chat or super chat, any of this you click is going to take you to the option where you are going to be able to now start doing your analysis. Okay, yes guys, now by clicking on full chat or super chat, now when I click on this full chat, it's going to load and it's going to bring me to a chart like this. Okay, now I already have my chart right here. I have my chart set up right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to be able to set up your own charts, from whether you are a complete beginner, you don't even know how this thing works. Okay, now I'm going to show you how you are going to be able to set up this right now. Now how you can be able to set up your chart. Now some of you might not have your chart looking as beautiful as mine. Some of you probably maybe by some reasons you might have your chart maybe set to line chart or set to something else that is not candlestick, because we have several options right. I'm going to show you how all of these things work. Okay, now how this thing works is you want to make sure first of all that this right here is set to candlesticks. Come around this point above right here, you can see this top above here, you are going to see options right here. Sorry, there's an arrow right here for bar style. Can you see that? Bar style. By clicking on this arrow right here, bar style. Okay, now by clicking on bar style, you can now be able to change whatever style of the bar you want. Like I used the other time, I used line. Okay, sometimes there's what's it called, holo. There's the one they call volume candles. Come, let me show you. Okay, this one is a paid version. Volume candles is a paid version. This is holo. This is how the holo looks. This is how the holo looks. So I'm going to go back to what I'm doing is I'll still go back to my normal setting, okay, because I have my normal setting. So several of them, line chart, base, whatever, but please make sure that it is on Candlestick, because Candlestick is actually one of the most popular, and that is what you want to make sure you do, because online most of the tutors online, most of them would not show you how to be able to use the line chart and other charts. So most of the charts you see, most of the analysis, Candlesticks actually became popular, and because of the popularity, you want to make sure that you get to trade, follow what the trend is using. So the trend, most of what is taught online is Candlesticks, okay? So you have to start learning how to be able to trade Candlesticks. So that is just it. So that's why it has to be on Candlesticks. Now once you've done that, the next thing you want to do is, now some of you might not have your chart like mine. Some of you might have maybe some news pop up. When we mean news, you see something like a flag around this part of your screen. Around this part you see like flags, plenty flags around this part of your screen, okay? Now it's fine. All of that, you may have so many flags like that. Some of you may have so many objects like this on your chart. What we call object is all these things I have on my chart, all these lines, all these analysis I already have on my chart. These are called objects, okay? Now all those lines, all those objects, all those tools, now some of you may have all of them on your chart. Some of you may even have indicators. What we call indicators, this is where we get to be able to indicators. Can you see that? Indicators. So I can click this option right here, sorry, click on indicators, and that's how you can be able to add your indicators. But I'm not showing you how to add indicators. I'm showing you how to be able to analyze using what? A clean just pure price action, clean charts. That is what I use, okay? So but for instance, I want to just show you how to be able to clear indicators on your chart. Let's say for instance I have maybe my exponential moving average or whatever moving average, exponential moving average. I don't know which of them. So maybe I have exponential moving average, or let me choose more option. You get? Now you may have, let's say, some of those stuff on your chart, okay? All I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to show you something. Now let me show you guys. Let me close this. Some of them are paid version, okay? Some of you may have your chart looking like this. You can see how my chart is looking now, so rough, okay? Now I'm not trying to maybe condemn whatever system, okay? Now there are traders that they trade sentiment like this, they trade using indicators, and they still do very well, okay? Yes, so these things in themselves, indicators in themselves, they are support or resistance. I'm going to do a video. That's why you want to make sure that you stick to this beginners friendly guide I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be doing an updated one showing you guys from beginners down to advanced level how you can be able to trade the markets for yourself. So you want to make sure that you hit that subscribe button. I want to make sure you share this video to a friend that this is going to help, and also make sure you comment in the comment section, guys, okay? So straight up to the business right now. All of this right, you can see how this on my chart, okay? I just want to use price action, just pure price action. So I'm going to clear all of them. I'm going to show you how you can be able to clear all of this right now. So to clear all of this, what you just need is very simple. All you need is just come down to this option right here where you see delete by the right hand side of your screen, where you see delete right here. You can see this remove object. Now I'm going to click the arrow by the side of it. Now we have several options. I can click on remove drawings, and what remove drawings is going to do is going to just take out just the drawings. Look at that. I click on that, only the drawings went out, okay? Let me bring that back. So you can bring that back by using Control Z, what we call Control Z. So Control Z, by pressing Control Z, it's gonna come back. But you want to take it forward, Control Y. So Control Z, Control Y, you can play with that, okay? So but what I want to do right now is let me show you how you can be able to clear everything, okay? Just clear the whole of your chart. Just come down, click that arrow, then come down to remove drawings and indicators. It's going to clear everything, guys. Your screen is going to look brand new, guys. Hola, guys, congratulations, you now have a very clean and clear chart just like this. Now the next thing you want to do is you want to be able to set up your candlesticks. So you want to be able to set up your display, this candlestick, this display right here. Now for the fact that you're now having a very clean and clear chart, now it's time for you to start analyzing. Now you are in the pair, you want to analyze GBP USD, you're on 15-minute time frame. Probably you want to change time frame. When you come down to where you have 15 minutes right here, when you click on that, where you have 15 minutes right here, by clicking on it, it's going to take you to several time frames options. right here. Several time frames options right there, as simple as that, guys. Now you can be able to just come down, navigate whatever time frame you want. Maybe you can change down to maybe the daily time frame. For instance, I'll just use the daily time frame. So you can go down to daily time frame, whatever time frame that you want to use, guys. Whatever time frame you want to use, you can go down to daily time frame. Or another way you can come down to this is by coming to this point, clicking on where you have this right here, this change interval. If you click on it, this time around is going to give you a display where you can use your keyboard instead. Now if I click on 1 is going to take me to 1 minute. If I click on 5, it's going to take me to 5 minutes. If I click on 15 minutes. If I click on D, it's going to take me to daily. If I click on 4H, it's going to take me to 4 hours. If I click on 1H, it's going to take me to 1 hour. If I click on W, it's going to take me to the weekly time frame. So just like that, guys, and you just play around with the time frame. So when you click on it, when you just type the time frame you want, when you hit enter, in this case I'm going to click use D, which is daily. I'll hit enter and it's going to bring me to this display right here. So guys, the next thing you want to do is you want to start analyzing. But some of you might not like let's say the settings of your display. Okay, you might not like maybe the candlesticks you are seeing. Some of you may say maybe very awkward candlesticks, but if you want to make your candlesticks to look beautiful like mine or even better than mine, so I'm going to show you guys a customized settings that you can use every single time. A customized setting that you can use every single time. And imagine you using a settings as beautiful as this. Your chart is going to look so beautiful every single time. Now this is the settings you're going to do. Now some of the settings you can do, okay, and play around with is for you to be able to play around with your candlesticks. I'm going to give you several customized settings now. Click on, you can either right click on your screen and you come down to settings. When you right click, you come down to settings. That is one way you can come down to this display I have right now on my screen. Or still yet another way of doing this is you can come down to just bring your mouse, drag it to where you have a candlestick, then just double click on it. Double click on it means you double click, guys. Okay, using your left click, double click on it twice, and it's going to bring it to the display where you can play around with your settings. Now this is the display for settings, for your settings. So I'll just use this settings option, so it becomes easy for you to be able to remember. So when I come to settings right here, under my settings, okay, I can drag this wherever I want it. Now under my settings, I'm going to show you guys how to be able to set up your charts right now. But the first thing is I'll show you how to be able to set up your candlesticks, have a very beautiful display. Now all I wanted to do is go and change all these your settings. Okay, set all these your settings. But before that, let me talk about the timing. Now you want to change your timing. Now I like using Lagos timing. I use UTC+1, which is Lagos, because I'm from Nigeria. Now this is because I've understood the timing and all of that. I know the conversion of my timing and my sessions, so that's why I'm using Nigeria timing. Okay, some of you may be using maybe New York timing and you are in Nigeria, good and fine, it's okay with you. So some of you, maybe you are from New York, you are from the UK, from US. Now you can just be able to just play with this timing. Now you just know the timing that is in your zone. Now New York is UTC -5, that's New York. So Toronto, just like that, guys, you just choose whatever time interval that aligns with your country, with your time zone right there in your country that you are in. Now what I want you to do next is for you to be able to have your settings right here, customized settings. Go and change all these your settings right here to black, all of them to black. Please change all of them to black. Now I'm going to show you very beautiful settings that you can do, that you can just do on your screen. Change all of them to black. Change this under body. Make sure all of them is clicked, because if they are not clicked, it's going to be issue for you. Can you see that I have a blank screen? Make sure they are all clicked. Make sure all of them are clicked. You must check all of them. And this one right here, don't worry about this. This is, we are going to come to this, but change this to black. When you click on it, pick black. Okay, change this one also to black. Click on this, pick black. Click on this, pick black. Do the same for all of them. Now this is where the magic is. Now for you to have a customized setting every single time, you can play around with this color. For instance, I'm using green because I like this color right here. If you know ICT, this is the coloration that ICT uses. Now I don't want to start calling names of traders, okay, but there are several traders. It's a trader that uses this particular scene right here, this display. You can see that how beautiful it is looking. For our ladies in the house, guys, this is what you can use. You can see how beautiful this is looking right here. Now this is a very beautiful one, so your lady, you might want to try this out. So you can have several displays. So just by playing with the coloration right there, you can see how I'm just having several beautiful and nice and awesome display. But I'm just going to stick with what I have, which is my green. Okay, yes. So once you've done that, you're going to have a beautiful customized settings just like this. Just make sure that all of this is black. The next thing you want to do is you want to come down and play under canvas. Click on this canvas. When you click on canvas, now under gradient, what I like using is so under background, I like using gradient. Then I change all of this to white, complete white. Now what this means is if I change this to red, this first color is for the upper side right here. The color is going to change for the upper side. Now this other one, if I click on this and change it to maybe yellow, that's going to be the color for the bottom. So you understand how that works right now. But I like both of them to be white, so I have a very clean chart right there. So you can see that that's how it is going to look. Now I'm going to go down to what we call grid lines. So grid lines, I use none. What grid line is for instance, let me use vertical and horizontal so you see what it means. Some of you may have grid lines like this. So how you can clear this is just come down, click on none, and all of this, you're going to have a very clean chart just like mine, and beautiful chart. You can see how that is looking beautiful. Trust me, very beautiful. So what I have right here, this is my mouse. How you can play with your mouse setting is by clicking on this right here. Now crosshair, click on crosshair right here and you can change whatever you want. If I'm using dots, you can see how it's looking like dots. If I click on this dash, you can have dashed line, but I like using line. And you can play with the thickness of it. I like the opacity left at 100, and the thickness, I like using the last thickness so that it looks, the first thickness, so it doesn't look too bad. Or some of you can use maybe the second one, and you can see how that is looking very nice. So whether the first or the second, you can just play with the thickness of your crosshair. Now this is because I'm an instructor, so I like using a crosshair that is nice so that my students can be able to understand. So watermark, you can play around with your watermark. This is what we call watermark. So you can play around with the coloration of a watermark like that. So just play around with the settings, guys. So but if you want none, just uncheck this, okay? And for your text, you can change whatever text options you want. You can change them to maybe 10 and 14. What we call text is all of this right here. Those are our text. So you can play with your text. For instance, 40. You can see how the text is looking too big. I don't want that, okay? I don't like that. I like using maybe 12, 10, 14 within that range. 12, 10, 14. So you can see how my text, they are all looking. Let me show you guys. So you can see how the text is looking. 14, 12, like that. Now that is because so that whenever I analyze, students will be able to see my levels. So that's why I can use maybe 10, 12 like that, okay? So lines, all these lines now on my chart. The lines now, for instance, you can use maybe black. That's all this now. All this, that's the lines. But Control Z. I don't want that. I like using this right here. I don't want the line to be too shouty or something like that. So you can just play around with your line. Also play around with the line. So I like using this coloration for my line. So you can just play around with the line. Line is just this. That's what we call line. This border right here. This border right here. That is your line. So I'm just showing you guys how to do this thing one after the other, guys. Okay, so you can just play around with all your settings right here. Just go play around. You can set your alert and just play around with the alert. Set your alert to be able to price levels and all of that. You can just set your alert, set the volume of your alert and all of that. Trust me, it's pretty simple. Just sit on it and you're going to get it. Okay, so straight up now to how to be able to analyze. Now you've been able to now do this, right, guys? Congratulations, guys. Now how do I start doing my analysis? That is going to be the next question. The next question that is on your mind. How do I now start doing my analysis? How do I start doing my analysis on your screen? So by pressing F11, you're going to have a full screen mode like this. So by pressing F11 again, you can exit it, or if you press F11 and you're on full screen mode, you can just hold your escape key and you're going to leave the full screen mode. Okay, so the F11 is the full screen mode actually of your browser. This option right here, I showed us the other time. Okay, that's the option. So you can just use that manually to actually navigate your full screen mode. Excuse me, guys. So as you can see, I have my full screen mode. So please, it is worthy of note that if you want to do your analysis, it's best to leave it on full screen mode. Please and please make sure that this tab is not open. Make sure you close all this tab. Make sure you minimize them rather. Okay, and please do not use the full screen mode of your TradingView. TradingView full screen mode is right here. Okay, don't use this full screen mode. Do not use this. If you use that full screen mode, see what is going to happen. You're going to have all these numerous tabs right here. You can see that the screen is not fully it's not just full. Okay, there are still some spaces, so all those spaces have not been fully maximized. So what I'll do is, I'll just press my escape button and I'll escape that, but I don't want that. So I want to use the full screen mode of my browser. So that's the best. Please, you see how it's full right now. The whole screen is just full. And also make sure that when you are sending your work, you must make sure that this full screen mode is on before you send the work, before you come down to send the work. Okay, so for you to send your work, it's pretty simple. So I'll show you guys maybe after I just do an analysis. So this was an analysis I did, the trade we took on Euro JPY. Let me show. So see, so this was a setup right here that we took on JPY, Euro JPY. So this was okay, this was the trade when it was called, and this was it. So that was the early entry of the trade. Yeah, I did saw that there was like a sweep of liquidity and all of that. So based off my strategy, and as you can see, I'm just going to do this analysis. So the trade hit TP, so I want to use this trade as a sample to actually show us how to do analysis. Okay, so I know not all of us trade smart money. I know there are some retail traders that follow my content, so because of that, I'm just going to make sure I show you guys how whatever you trade, okay, you can still be able to just do your analysis using what I'm going to share with you guys right here. Okay, now check this out, guys. If you notice very closely, you'll notice that so please you notice that my floating screen, I have on my screen right here tools that are floating. Now these tools are floating on my screen because I actually do have them on favorite list right here. Okay, so my tool by the left hand side of my screen, I have all my tools. So by clicking on those arrows, you're going to see that all the tools will be coming up. So what I'm just going to do is, you just have to make sure that you go and check all the tools you want. So all these two right here, okay, I'm just going to just go down to them, so you see their names, and you just go down, you look out for them right here and you check them. So this is what you do, you just check them. For instance, I have a tool right here called vertical line. So if I check this, you see it left this tool just now, it just left there. Now I'm going to check it back. Okay, it just came back. I unchecked, it's out. I checked it and it's back. So that is how simple it is. So all you have to do is you have to go and check them. So make sure it's starred. Make sure it's starred. So once it's starred, you're going to have it floating right here on your screen. So just look out for all of them. Just play around with the arrows and you're going to be seeing all of them. So they are not in one position. So it means you have to look out for them. So I just clicked where most of them they are, so you can see where they are. Yeah, so that's it. So you just click there and you pick them. So these are the ones I use. I use the trend line, I use the rectangle, I use the arrow, I use the long position, short position, Fibonacci retracement, my pathway tool. This is a horizontal line. I use my text tool, I use my cycle tool, my call out tool, price range, polyline. Okay, so what I use polyline for is sometimes maybe because I'm an instructor, when I'm using let's say I want to just draw something like this, let's say support or resistance in this way. Good, this is not so going to be easy using stuffs like that. So instead of maybe using my trend line only, to just do something like this. Okay, so I could also do something like this. So yeah, so if you trade retail pattern, you can see that this is a very strong and powerful pattern. Yeah, so this pattern right is a very powerful pattern. So this is a continuation pattern, as you can see. So yeah, so apart from that, I have other tool I use the Gambox tool. So this one I use it to actually draw my 50% of my zone. Yeah, 50% of my zone. So I have my horizontal ray, yeah, so horizontal ray. This is how my horizontal ray looks. Can you see that? So my horizontal ray, I'm going to click all of them so that you just see how they are. So I have date and price range. I use this one to actually get to know, okay, the date and price range, like how many bars, how many down to the date, how many bars was formed within this time to so time. Okay, so it's just very simple. So that's the essence for the date and price range. So even the head and shoulder, sometimes I could have, let's say, a head and shoulder pattern. Like looking at this very carefully, you look at this very well. At times whereby you could have, let's say, a head and shoulder pattern like this, head, shoulder. So this was what I used majorly to draw my head and shoulder pattern like this. Yeah, so this is what I used to draw my head and shoulder pattern. So that's just it. So then I use this one for education purpose. So this is maybe when I'm teaching, I use this one a lot when I'm teaching. So for those instructors on my channel, you can see this right here. You can use this. I use this to teach when I'm just higher highs, higher lows. So you can see how this is looking beautiful, just as if you're having candlesticks. So that's the tool I use. So I use this tool right here. That's the name of the tool, Ghost Field. Okay, so and regression trend. This one is also used for trend line. So you can just play around with your tool, guys. Okay, just play around with your tool. So all of that is just it. So I'll just quickly show you guys how I just use some of this tool, and I'll just show you my settings. Okay, yeah, so let's go down to it. So trend line tool is very simple. So this I'm just going to draw out how I got to frame this trade right here. Okay, so this trade right here was framed based off a continuation. So you can see this is a trend line, this is a continuation pattern. Okay, looking like a continuation chart pattern. As you can see, you know your chart patterns very well as a trader. You see that this is a very beautiful continuation chart pattern right here. So what price did was, this was just a breakout of this beautiful continuation pattern. So I just showed you how to use the poly tool right here. Okay, the poly tool, just make sure you just click the four edges that you want to see. The moment you just join the 4 edges together, the moment you just joined correctly together, it's just going to apply. It's just going to appear. Okay, just going to appear. So the trend line tool right here, I just used that to draw out the trend line that was broken. As you can see, we got a beautiful trend line that was broken. A beautiful trend line that was broken. So meanwhile, for smart money traders, we do not use trend lines like this. Yeah, instead we use it horizontally. So right here you can still see that clearly we got what, a shift of structure just after we got a liquidity sweep. So all of this right here, you can see that we had what, some relatively equal highs. See this high, there was a high right here, a high right here, a high right here, a high right here. So all of this in itself, okay, there were just several stop losses seated right about this level. Okay, so the essence why I placed that trade was, now come down to this point, and now this is where you can be able to, any tool you have, okay, you can be able to add templates. I will show you guys how to do that right now. So any tool you have, for instance, now I want to use this as let's say liquidity. So instead of coming down and just every single time typing it right here, liquidity right here, now what I want to do is I want to make it in such a way that if I just come to templates, I'll be able to just save it. So I've saved several templates right here. So for you to save your template is very simple. Just make sure that you after you just input the template and you just set how you want it to be. In this case, maybe I will set this, and maybe I want the settings to be just do your settings, play around with these settings. Maybe if you want it to be bold, you can see what is happening right there. If you want it to be bold, the text to be bold, you want it to be italicized, like whatever you want. If you want it to be too big, just play around with this font size, stuff like that, guys. So once I'm done with that, once you are done, even with the settings, the style of the line, you can set the style of the line, how big you want it to be, whether you want it to be dash line, whatever you want it to be. Okay, so that is just pretty much it. So once you are done with that, okay, now the next thing you do is for you to save this template is when you come down to the settings under text right here. Now you're saving text settings, the text template. You come down to, it's same for every tool. That's one thing I want you to know. So whatever setting I show you right here is same for your horizontal settings and all of that for your templates. Now just come down. Once you have this right here, okay, where you have that stop losses were run. When you've done, just set the tool the way you want it to be, then do the settings properly. Okay, both text, both the coordinate, both the visibility. Visibility is maybe you don't want the tool to show in some areas. For instance, this tool right here that I'm using on 30-minute time frame, But I do not want it to show on let's say lower time frame, lower than maybe seconds time frame. I can just remove this now, and this tool is not going to show my 1 minute time frame. It's not going to show my 1 minute time frame. So just like that. So you can play with the visibility. Visibility is going to show you that's what traders use. For instance, when I do an analysis on monthly, weekly, daily time frame, I don't want my higher time frame analysis to show on my hourly time frame. What I'll just do is I'll just those tools I've used on my daily time frame, I'll just come out, I'll zero my hourly time frames like this. The moment I zero my hourly time frames, I'm not going to have those tools, I'm not going to have them on my minute and hourly time frame. Okay, my minute time frame, hourly time frame, all of them, I will not have them. Do you notice what happened just now? You notice that a tool just disappeared from my 30-minute time frame. That's just how it's going to disappear. Okay, so if you've done an analysis on the daily time frame and you don't want it to show on the on your lower time frames, that's how you can just do that. Okay, as simple and as straightforward as that, guys. So like I was showing you guys how to set a template. When you've done this, right, then come down to template, then come down to save as, then choose the name of the template. Maybe you want to use the same name like that. So just then you save the template. The moment you save it, the template is going to come here. So that's how you see, that's why you see me have so many templates right here that I save so many templates. If I want this to be maybe engineered liquidity, if I click on this, it becomes engineered liquidity with the exact settings that I did for it. Okay, so that is just, so I saw that there was liquidity that was taken right here, relatively equal highs were run instantly. Price came, price shifted structure right here. I'll do the same thing. If I click on this, come down to template, I'm going to use my MSS market structure shift. You can see that it just became so easy. No need for me going back to start typing it and all of that. Okay, so price came, gave a shift right here after this trend line was broken, after this shift of liquidity, after a run on liquidity right here. Now the next thing that happened was, now what do I want to see now? All of this that happened was when price did this, okay, all of this price was not there. Okay, it will not be there. So what you're going to see is, you're going to see it like around this point. You see that all of this was not there. So I just marked this now. From what I did was, I did mark this from, I saw a breaker, so however you mark your breaker. Now this was the last order block right here. Okay, last order block, that was the last order block right there that was broken. This order block right here was supposed to hold price and push price to the upside. How do we mean? This block right here, price was supposed to respect this block if it was going to continue buying. Okay, so but that block was violated. What price did was, price came, violated it like this. Yeah, so since price violated that, so this is what price just did. Price just came, we used the block right here and continued. So in this instance, what I did was, the way I framed my trade was, I did not give so much room, because I took the trade in such a way that whether breaker block, whether order block, or fair value gap, because I can see fair value inside of this fair value gap. So whichever one that price wants to use, I just give room for that, and I place my stop loss above the high. So you can see we got fair value gap right here, and see other block above, and see other block. Yeah, so right here, guys, what I just did was, I just entered this trade right at that block right there, from that block right there, breaker block, and I placed my stop loss just above this high, and I targeted, as usual, what I always target is a 1:3. 1:3. That is my usual risk to reward. Okay, so and right here I used this was a drawn liquidity, though this was my external range liquidity right here. It was a draw, so yeah, my external range liquidity right there. Okay, however, I knew price was bearish. If you look at the market structure, you can see that price has been selling for a while. You can see that. So that's why I had the confidence of targeting a 1:3. That's why I had the confidence of targeting a 1:3, since there were POIs. I would have shown you that now on the daily time frame. There were several POIs below. Okay, so right there, guys, this is how I framed the trade. And guys, congratulations, guys. You can see how beautiful this is. So right here, you can just have your tools, your horizontal tool. Look at this. Just play around with the setting of your horizontal tool, your trend line tool. This one, I use this for trend line to show maybe the trend is bearish, stuff like that. So you can see trend is bearish, Then I use this color to maybe say something. So some of you that trade and whatever, you can also say something. You can also say enter at the breaker, enter at the breaker. Yeah, so that's what I just use the color tool for. Then the text tool, you can just use to just say something. Just write something on your chart, stuff like that. Just write something on your chart, stuff like that. Target 1:3 RRR. Okay, so that's something like that, guys. Yeah, so this is just pretty much it, and you can see how beautiful, guys, your chart is looking. It's looking professional. So congratulations, guys, on being able to now navigate the market and place your analysis. So now that you've done your analysis, okay, the next thing that you want to make sure you do is two things. First of all, you want to come down to these settings right where I have my image right here. Okay, that's a profile. You come down there, and some of you might want to use maybe a dark theme mode, or you just want to make it light theme mode. So by clicking this, I click this right now, I can just go to either exit or I come back to dark theme mode. So I don't know, some of you may want that. Okay, like for me, if you notice, I have white right here, but I have dark theme mode right here. I like it a lot because it makes my screen looks very nice. Yeah, so probably you may want yours to look just like mine around this point. Let's make sure you've done the whole settings right here to be white. Just do the dark theme setting, then before you change all of this right here to white, just the same way I did mine. So you're going to have exactly just the same way I have mine. Okay, so as simple as that. So the next thing you're going to do is you want to make sure that you send your analysis after you are done with the analysis. So to send your analysis, come down to right this place, take a snapshot. By clicking on take a snapshot, just come down. So you can either download the image, copy the image, or you can even copy the link and send it to whatever platform that you want to send. But make sure, guys, like I said, before you send your image, okay, and even before you do analysis, always make sure that you're on full screen mode. If you're like this now and you go and send your image, you send your image with this mode, full screen mode not on, and you copy your image. Now your image is not going to be so nice, guys, trust me. Your image is going to look so elongated. Your image is going to look so elongated, okay? It's not going to look nice. So you want to make sure that you're on full screen mode like this. Then before you now use this, take a shot, then you copy the image and you go to wherever you want to paste it and you paste it right there, or you can copy the link. Okay, it will be more clearer. So but I prefer the copy image option, though copy link is much clearer. Okay, but it's going to present it as a link. So but copying the image is going to present it as an image. So you can just do your settings. Maybe you want it to be on whatever settings, PNG, JPEG, stuff like that, guys. Okay, guys, so with this, I hope you guys got value for your time, and now you can be able to analyze using the TradingView chart. So just play around with it, play around with your settings, and the moment you keep doing this again and again, over and over and over again, trust me, you become better. You become better at it, and you discover that you are able to use certain tools that I did not even state right here, guys. Okay, so I come your way next time. This is Mr. Promise right here from Green Promise Institute of Trading. Peace out, guys. Love you guys.